5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast. Just this HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to be diving into some lovely products on the shelves of HIGH-5. I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues. Thank y'all for coming out and partying as always. And we're going to jump straight into it. Mr. KBZ, what are we trying tonight?
So I am actually trying the Soulshine Himalayan Blackberry.
Nice.
Little yaggy. This is their gram package and the little box and a little baggie, and it's a resealable baggie. Yes,
We love that.
And oh, my cat's interested too.
Yes.
But yeah, it does have like a nice, like earthy, almost like fungusy type scent to it. A little sweets coming through. Definitely very dense bud, not much give at all. Not super sticky, like my fingers, they're not sticking together, but it is very like powdery. Like you can feel the kief coming off of it pretty easy.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be smoking this out of Miss Acid Drip, little thing like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now that is in the middle tier. This little guy, very, very clean growth, typically from Soulshine. Are you happy with that as a gram as far as size goes?
Oh yeah. I only put the nug that I showed you all in there, and then I have another half. So they had it, 2.5 grams or whatever, 2.5 grams, whatever. Totally. But yeah, they're pretty good. I enjoy it. The grind yield, ooh, and my grinder was empty.
Nice. Okay, hell yeah.
So pretty nice, like really good. It is not kinetic sand. It's way more of like a drier consistent. I would pack this into a cone. I would not try to roll with it in any way.
Okay, hell yeah.
There we go.
And that one is the Himalayan Blackberry from Soulshine.
Yep.
Coming in for their indica. Okay, very fair. Thank you, KBZ. And then JG, what are we trying tonight?
What's going on, my friends?
Doing well.
Not much.
Sweet. Well, tonight we are trying the Kiona. This is the Wander Bubba, which is a hybrid.
Nice.
Excited to try this. I haven't tried. I don't think I've tried anything from them.
Really?
Not from Kiona. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah. But I've been wanting to. So perfect opportunity. Okay,
hell yeah. And this is a newer strain that we have not featured from them in flower. I feel like I've seen it in a pre-roll form, but I don't think I've seen this in a flower form.
Right. First thing I noticed though about this was the size of this gram. Like these, let me get these out of here. Yeah, if this is the 1 gram, I'm 250 pounds. So yeah, I like that. This is nice.
Nice.
I like this stuff. Scent though, right out of the bag was it's a little muted. It's a little dry. Not too bad. I mean, let me get back in here on camera, but yeah, it's definitely crunchy and it's kind of coming apart. So, on that scale, I give this about a 5 on that scale. But
okay.
Now that I broke it up, that scent's coming through a lot more. I don't know, very, very tangy, very like sweet, tangy.
Like sweet tangy citrus, sweet tangy
Yeah.
berry.
Citrusy, like
Nice.
sweet. Yeah, citrusy. But
okay.
Yeah, so,
okay, and you're smoking this out of the pipe?
Correct.
Hell yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Hell yeah.
I was gonna put this in the grinder, but I'm afraid to do that. It'll just turn to dust. So I'm just gonna break it up a little bit and put it in there.
Okay. Okay. Very fair. And strains that are a little bit drier, of course, like you said, you might be afraid to, turn it into dust. That dust has the ability to burn a lot quicker and or just go straight through the bowl. So I completely understand that. There are certain instances where it is okay to not use a grinder, especially if you're using your, experience and you're saying, you know what, I don't feel like dealing with a poor smoking, situation. So I love that. Okay, very fair. Thank you, JG. And once again, that's Kiona with their Wonder Bubba. And this is in the middle tier, but towards the bottom end in the budget tier of the middle tier. So we do love that. And then, okay. And Adrian,
let me see if I can give you this perspective. This gives you a perspective. I don't know if it will, but that is definitely more than a gram. That was.
And we'll take more than a gram. Thank you.
Yeah, and we will. It looks hefty. It definitely looks
hefty. Is it a light, like it must be a very light bud though? Like
it's not.
It's not.
Look how dense that I'm squeezing.
Yeah, you're squeezing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, they're not. They're
you're squeezing that.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Nice.
It's great. It's great.
Okay.
I do like it. So I'll give it a 10 on that note.
Nice. Very consumer friendly. We love that. Yeah. And we do love that. Okay, very fair. And then Adrian, welcome in. What are we trying tonight on the podcast?
Yo, tonight I have the Rozay from the soil.
Nice.
I always like saying that from the soil. From the soil. I have a gram here, and it's 2 rather decent sized nugs.
Nice.
I shook it in the glass a little bit, and there was definitely a little density to it.
Okay.
Not my favorite already.
Okay. Okay.
According to their descriptors, it's flowery, sweet, and gassy. There's nothing sweet about this as far as the scent goes. Maybe it's on the tongue, who knows?
Right.
And as far as flowery goes, I might put this as like some dried dandelion, like very, very grassy, not so gassy.
Okay.
As far as our nugs go,
no,
very, very light. Kind of dry. Breaking it up, not getting much else off of it. I'm not sure how old this sample is, or this gram is, but it's pretty lacking as far as any sort of moisture goes.
Okay.
We'll see what happens though.
And are you putting this?
I'm grinding this up to smoke it out of a bong.
Nice.
I haven't named it, but I was thinking of one before it got to me, and I'm thinking her name will be Clarice.
Love that.
Love that. That's great.
She has absolutely no markings, so we'll go with that.
Yes. Those water pipes are like my favorite height too. Not too big, not too, you know what I'm saying? Like I like that height.
Yeah.
The 8 to 10 inch is like the perfect size bong for getting a really nice milky hit without feeling like your lungs are exploding.
Exactly.
And they're so easy to clean. So much easier to clean.
Yep. I love this piece.
Yes.
It was a yellowbird piece.
Big shot the yellow bird.
As far as this grind goes, no extra terpenes after the grind.
Okay.
It's just still dead on the nose. It's a very coarse grind. It's a very mixed grind. There's not much consistency to it whatsoever. There's some very fine powdery parts and some very chunky parts of it. Yeah, ready to load this up and see what happens.
Oh yeah, okay. And that's the Rozay in the middle tier with From the Soil. So we love to see that. Big shout out to From the Soil. I know we've done the Rozay pre-rolls a very long time ago. This is a strain you like to bring back, so I'm excited. Also the Rozay, sometimes you'll see is another rendition of it, but it's the Rozay Cake from Tilted. As another time we usually see Rozay on the strain, so on the shelves. So we love that. Okay, thank you, Adrian. And today I'm going to be checking out the Dutch Treat from Epic. This little guy, and this is I wanted to do this one because this is something that is on the shelf almost at all times. Dutch Treat is literally such a staple in the cannabis industry, in particular in our shop. Sunshine Farms is usually on the shelves at all times. This batch looked really, really nice. The nugs have a good moisture content to them as I can feel them in the bag. Wasn't mad at that. Dutch Treat gets a lot of flack on the inconsistencies of the Gorilla Glue and, the Tray Star with the growth hormones and, stuff like that. And I just wanted to give them just a little highlight of what I thought genuinely, especially from something that's sativa dominant and things of that nature. I will start this off before I even open this. I do genuinely believe Dutch Treat is literally pineapple or golden pineapple, whatever you want to call it. They are so similar in terpene profile. It's that lime skunk or lime skunk, another prime, sativa dominant hybrid with this same terpene profile. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Of course, Sunshine Farms, I believe is, yes, pesticide free. So we're excited about that. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. And once again, the Dutch Treat from Sunshine. Yeah. It's literally lime and skunk. There's 3 X's here, but this is lime and skunk, and that's it. There's literally nothing else. Literally nothing else. And it smells great. And this is like, when you open the bin, if you go into HIGH-5 tomorrow, open the bin. Just open the bin, and you will smell it literally in your face. It smells like Ceton lemon haze, golden pineapple, or lime skunk. I know
it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Yeah, and it's like the thing is like if you ever come in and you're like, oh my god, we're out of golden pineapple, you can get Dutch Treat and still be somewhat okay. You know what I'm saying? You're not going out on the limb getting train wrecked just because it's a sativa. You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally stay in. That's why it's a spectrum theory. That's why terpenes are a spectrum theory. Yes, this might not be the same exact high, but it's going to get you in that same realm because it has those same terpenes. Nevertheless, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a poll. Should we smoke this out of the glass or should we roll this up this time around? What are we thinking, y'all? KBZ, what do you think?
How dense is it?
Oh, it's great. It's dense. It's got good moisture content.
It's a good, okay. I would say roll it.
Okay, JG, what do you think?
Roll it.
Adrian.
I would probably do the same, and I'm regretting smoking mine out of a bowl. I would have rather rolled this too.
Okay. We're going to get to rolling this, and I'm glad that that's the case because we're going to see how that breaks up. However, first, I've come to a point with my grinder. It is getting sticky around its tracks where the top connects. The top sheet is getting covered in keef and residue. It is time to clean our grinder. We have our handy dandy Evelyn's. I want to tell you where to get this. I don't know. I got this at a cat adoption shelter. That's also a thrift store. I have no clue where to find something like this, but it is a kitchen tool or a paintbrush. There you go. And
so I use
those are for garlic.
Paint
garlic
brushes
and oil.
or or like the beauty brushes. These are $1 at the dollar store. And they work great. They're just a dense eyeshadow brush. Anything that's dense will get the keef off. And it's time for me to clean my grinder too.
Yep. Look, it's a thing.
Yep.
And the thing is, it's like, if you don't do things like this, little simple things, it's gonna take me less than a minute. If you don't do things like this, number one, I've been fighting with this, screwing this back on for the last 2 months for no reason, literally for no reason. And it's something that you're gonna deal with every day. So you might as well literally do it. Like you literally might as well just do it. But immediately, look at the screen. It's
so
clean.
Much better.
And guess where that keef went? Right to the chamber.
Yeah.
I wasn't banging it out on my table. Now it's everywhere. Now I got to scoop it off my table. No. All you got to do is literally keep it, everything intact on the bottom. Gaga BB, Jaja Gigi, Jori Yaya, Gaga Gigi, boom. And you look up, I bang it on the side a little bit so that the last little keef molecules can fall down, and you're great. Now, we want to go around the outside tracks. Boom. This part, because there's no chamber out here, I will do over the table. You know what I'm saying? This part, now I'll turn it around. I'll just wipe it down the thread. Wiping off the thread, wiping off the thread, wiping off the thread, wiping off the thread. Does it need to be perfect? No. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it's going to make the biggest difference. And then sometimes after that, I like to take a Q-tip and alcohol and just go around the thread one more time. Because the thread, sometimes it really gets caked on there. We're also screwing it, compacting. Exactly. So I do indeed like to do that as well. But don't forget, there's 2 sides to a thread. Now we're gonna go on the top side, do the same yaya. We're gonna do the same yaya. We're gonna go around.
The thing with grinder maintenance, this is like your bi-month, or this is your bi-monthly or quarterly grinder cleaning.
Yep.
I believe that you should clean your grinder every year, like once a year. Throw it in ISO for a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, perfect. Pull it out, rinse it all off as much as you can. You don't want it to smell like ISO at all.
Right.
And then put it onto a towel, all of the right sides hanging so they all dry and air dry all real well. And then you have a brand new grinder.
Literally.
I've seen people come in and buy a new grinder because theirs won't work. And I'm like, what's wrong with it? And they're like, well, it's not grinding anymore. I just put so much through it that it's so sticky and gross. And I'm like, then wash it.
Right.
I've had this grinder since I started smoking. I've had this grinder since I've started smoking. We are not going to disclose that, but
one of my old homies went to go start making some can of butter and didn't have anything to like strain it out with, and didn't have any cheesecloth. And he went and used the screen from his fucking grinder to do that.
Yeah, you just take the keef jar off, you take the other part off, and it's perfect strainer.
Yes.
Yeah, it ruined it for a while, but like we had to definitely blast that with some alcohol like several times.
You have to melt
and some Dawn.
Put it over the stove while it's on just to melt it off.
No, we just did some Dawn. We did some Dawn and some alcohol and got it clean. But yeah, that was in hindsight 420 for sure.
Yes, hindsight 420. But like we were saying, it's the little steps that go a long way. Once a year goes a long way. It really does. And like KB said, stop wasting money on buying a new grinder. Like literally, you're wasting money on getting a grinder, right? Which are getting more and more expensive. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into this. And KBZ, what are those desired effects you're coming across?
So I feel quite a bit of euphoria in like my chest and in my like abdomen. Like I'm just feeling like a lot of just like spirally, tingly. That's great. I feel a little bit of like muscular ease. I always have muscle tension. I mean, everyone does, but I have a lot more than a lot of people. But yeah, it's not taking a ton of that muscle like ache away, but I'm a bowl through. And honestly, not the best effects for being a bowl through compared to other things I've smoked and a lot of other things that I've smoked recently. So
wow.
We're gonna see. We're gonna load another bowl.
Okay.
Better.
First 3 things that come to mind. Go.
Tasty. I should have said the taste already, but tasty. Definitely high yield for how much I like ground up. Pretty high yield.
Okay.
I have nothing to say about the high right now, honestly.
Really?
All of my stuff is like the smoking experience beyond the high. It's yeah, I have euphoria. Yeah, I have like I feel high a little bit, but not. I'm very underwhelmed by this batch because I've had this before and I was excited to try this batch because it's been a while. And I'm just not excited, but maybe it's the gram, maybe it's the batch, maybe it's me right now, but we don't know.
Okay. Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, potency wise, now what are you thinking? Because 1 bowl is a lot.
1 bowl is a lot. I would say probably like a 3 out of 10.
Okay. Okay.
For how much I've smoked, for how much it. Yeah, I will say though that the flavor is like if you had mushrooms growing right next to a berry, like a berry bush, like surrounded by berries. That's what it tastes like. It doesn't taste like super sweet or whatever. It just tastes like that nice, like beefy, earthy flavor with a little bit of that like berry sweet, like tart taste. And I enjoy that. That's one of my favorite like flavors in weed. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that
goes. Okay, interesting. Okay, thank you, KBZ. And I will say, before we jump to you, JG, this little guy, absolutely just perfect to roll. Just perfect to roll. Broke, like I said, moisture content was amazing. Just really nice and cured, but not necessarily too sticky, not necessarily too dry. Very uniform. I tried to hold my grind up so you can see it. So uniform, literally beautiful. And much more skunky once grind up. You know, the terpene profile on the nose was lime and then skunk. After it's ground, it was definitely skunk then lime. But JG, what are we feeling so far, and how's that smoke been?
Yo, oh, so the Kiona Wander Bubba. I don't know. It's I'm gonna say it's kind of short lived. The high is. I don't know. I don't know. I should give this like another 10 minutes and see what happens. But I don't know. It's tasty. I'll give it that. I wrote 3 things down. I'm doing like Malcolm tonight. I'm writing shit down.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wrote heady, tasty, and tingly. Like I noticed it smacked me right in the front of my face on the pole.
Okay.
Tastes really good. Like tiny. I don't know. It was really good. I'm gonna do it again. We'll see what it tastes like.
Okay. And then in the realm of tingling, where is it mostly tingling?
Tingly in my body, like
in your body.
It runs all the way down to my toes, like on the initial hit.
Wow.
Smacks me right in the face and then just like tingles out down the toes. It's pretty red.
Okay.
But then, I think the intensity, like that's just like the initial flash, and then the intensity is like low to moderate. And I also had marked like obviously my head, my body, feeling that it's very like uplifting but relaxing, like relaxingly uplifting.
Okay.
And I feel very functional, like I could very much operate on this, you know. Yeah. So overall, not bad. Yet I want to give it another minute and just see if it's a delayed kick in on this or what. But so far, pleasant experience.
Okay. Okay, love that. Okay, fantastic. And then speaking of pleasant experience, I hope you're ready for a rapid fire. What's your favorite dessert? JG, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cheesecake
go.
of any type, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you must come visit me at the bakery.
Yes, I know this.
We specialize in cheesecake. Yes. Japanese cheesecake. It's actually a brulee lava cheesecake as well.
Yep.
So yeah, just very, very interesting. Okay, love that. Thank you, JG. Adrian, what's your favorite type of chip? Go. 5, 4, 3,
cheddar
2,
sour cream
1.
ruffles.
Really? Love that. Okay, love that. That was good.
I hate the way they smell afterwards, but like they're crack.
They are pretty crack. They are pretty crack. Chips in general are crack. They definitely are great.
Yes.
Okay, very fair. And then KBZ.
Ooh, what if I would have said computer to your favorite chip question?
That would have been great.
Yeah, I would have got all you. You'd have been like, what?
I would have given you a
talking about?
I definitely would have given you a badums. Okay, and then okay, and then KBZ, favorite caffeine drink. Go. 5, 4,
Red Bull.
3.
Specifically the it's a apricot strawberry.
That's the best one.
Gone.
That is the best one. It only comes out during summer.
Yeah.
Really?
It's so good.
Yes.
I've literally like the Arco over by our shop had them for a while. Like a month ago.
And then I bought them
out. Oh, I bought so many. I bought the rest of the rack. It was 6 in the thing, and the rack can hold 8. You know, I've done this.
I'm dead.
The rack can hold 8. I bought 6 of them, and they're all gone.
What you need to do is find the vendor of the Red Bull girls so they could just drop it off. Well,
we have free space in our cooler right now.
We do. We should sell.
We do know somebody that might have that connection too.
Look.
All somebody might have to do is make a phone call.
Exactly. Where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the idea of things that are seasonal like that. If it's great, let it be great all year round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We love that. Okay, very fair. And then Adrian, how are we feeling so far for those hits?
Apathetic. I don't care about anything right now. Like, my eyes are fucking melted. This is a crock of shit. The first thing it says is uplifting. Like, no.
Well, they really missed it. They really missed the cue on it.
Well, for me, it's hitting me this way. Like, I feel like my eyes are bleeding with how red they are. I don't have dry mouth, which is nice.
Beautiful.
I didn't get any sort of flavor from it whatsoever, but this is a pretty cool high. Like, I would smoke this before Costco. I would smoke this before Walmart. Like, when people are gonna be acting a fool in there, like, and I'm just gonna be an anxious wreck. Like, I smoke this before a situation where I'm gonna like potentially be around a grip of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a care in the world at the moment.
I love that. I love that.
Beautiful.
And like you said, that has its time and place.
Yes.
100%. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, but now, do you think that this is something you would seek out? Do you usually need strains like that? Or are you just like, nah, give me what I really want. It doesn't matter what time of the day. I prefer something else.
So I could see myself turning this into like a tincture. That way it's stable. And I don't have to worry about it losing its freshness at that point. And that way it can be more on demand.
Okay.
And not necessarily need to be smoked. Because the smoking experience itself was like unmemorable. It was whatever. But I could definitely see this plant having its uses and its time to shine. Honestly, it's doing me a great job right now. So that's cool. Good job
Nice.
from the soil.
Okay. Okay.
And that's after two snaps.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And as far as the smoke, how smooth was that scale of 1 through 10? What do you think?
I'd give it like a 7.5. Like, wasn't bad, wasn't the best. It was above average. Like, this is some weed I would share with some people. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I would like buy this in bulk to like share with people. You know?
Okay.
Definitely not uplifting though, so I don't know if it's necessarily a social weed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Get
Adrian.
it? Yeah.
And remind me that one more time.
This is the Rozay from the soil. I had to take the sticker off to get to the weed.
I hate that. I hate that.
This doesn't tear.
Yes.
It
just
doesn't
do what
like
Captain Yeti does. It tears and it's fine.
Yeah.
I literally what did I try? The triple OG. I did an episode on the triple OG. I was like, I hate this. The fact that I have to destroy it. Because now what? Are you gonna put that back on it? Are you gonna throw it out? What are you gonna do with it?
I usually wrap
right
them
now.
around. I wrap them around.
You could wrap it around. Okay.
Because
but now
you
you're
don't need the
the
store label after. You don't need the
Not
store
gonna stick
label.
now, is it?
Oh, I got an idea.
Upside down.
Upside down.
Why don't we put? Well,
there you go. Boom. There you go. Trick and tip. There you go.
See, think about how much.
And then it's pow on the bottom.
Yeah. Think about
maybe,
how much nicer
maybe
that
I'll
would be.
Maybe y'all should package it that way in the first place.
I was gonna say just carry a pocket knife like I do. Whoa.
Fair.
Also, and also for safety. Yes, we do love a pocket knife. We do love a pocket knife.
Unfortunately.
Right. It's true. But okay, very fair. Thank you, Adrian. And just because y'all thought y'all were safe, JG, favorite espresso drink, go. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't have one.
Go. And that's fair.
I'm a straight black coffee, like just like straight coffee drip.
That is your espresso drink then. That's your favorite espresso drink.
Yeah, I'm not like
okay. There you go. Black
espresso, anything.
A shot over water.
And I mean that's a very good choice. Do you like Americanos or no?
Occasionally, but not very often.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, that is a drip coffee just watered down.
No,
it's
like
an
espresso shot. Okay, espresso shot. It's not brewed in advance.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, very fair. Okay, and then KBZ. Favorite type of salad dressing? Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Like a garlic, like olive oil vinaigrette, like mix.
Okay.
Over like a caprese salad.
Okay. Nice. Okay.
That'd be amazing.
I can see that. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I would actually eat that. I'm not a big salad person, really, at all.
I also love dipping bread in that too, like olive oil, garlic, balsamic vinegar mixed up. Well, they don't mix well, but you get some of the balsamic, some of the oil, and then you eat it on the bread. It's amazing. That's the best thing.
Facts. That is fact. Yeah, you go to any real Italian restaurant, they'll have that on the table with the bread for sure.
One of my favorite childhood memories is we used to get that, and then the place we used to get it at, the entire table was set on a piece of paper, so you could draw all over the table, and then they'd take the piece of paper off and throw it out.
Love that. And that's an easy table setting. We love that.
Oh yeah.
I want that in the restaurant. You don't even gotta wipe the table, really.
Give it a good sanitary, like.
Exactly.
Malcolm,
that's funny. Yes.
What's your favorite type of bread? 5,
Bread.
4, 3, 2, 1,
Challah.
go. Okay.
Challah bread. I like sweets. It's like I like French toast. So I would definitely say
challah bread, French toast.
Yeah, great. That's a jam. That's why it took me a minute. I had to think about what I eat every day. I was like, oh yeah, the challah bread. That's funny. But yeah, I literally have one of those every day. Big shout out to
almost had you.
Yeah. Big shout. No, well, granted.
I almost
that
had
was
you.
close. You know what was in the way also? Naan bread. Garlic naan was in the way. But I was like, Malcolm, you like sweets more. You like sweets more. I actually learned how to make naan in a tandoori oven and everything. And that was, well, I was going to say that was a lot of fun. I burned myself like 5 times. It wasn't that much fun. But once I got it down, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then they were like, Malcolm, get your ass back to work. And I was like, okay, sorry. Nevertheless, big shout out to Beaverton Swaggett. Also, big shout out to Jam on Hawthorne. Big shout out to the Grand Marnier French Toast, which brings us to this topic. Gotta love that. But enough of my rambling. This is the Dutch treat from Soulshine. So far, you know what I'm saying? I got a little smoky smoke on it. I think it's still going, not for nothing. Of course, as soon as I say that, it goes out. But nevertheless, the taste on it is very floral, surprisingly. It's not as lime as I thought, but it's still lime. It's definitely lime, but then there's like a nice little lavender, like, I don't know if it's lilac, I don't know if it's lavender, but it's like, hey, like it's on the left side of it. Let me go ahead and hit this again. Because that's literally how it feels on my taste buds. I feel like the floral note is like jumping, rising, like after I hit it. And then the lime is like the main train. The floral note is just a passenger yelling out the window. And the lime is like the main train. Very, very interesting. Let me go ahead and light this again. Also, big shout out to this tiny black lighter from Amazon. You know I like my lighters from Amazon. I'm not going to hold y'all because it's going out, but it's not. This has been like doing this for a week now, and we just love it. He's just trooping on, being great. I swear, little lighters last longer than big lighters. I don't know why. Or they got the same amount. Straight up.
Smaller flame.
Because you don't need a big one. You don't. That's why I fuck with these so much. That's why. Maybe that's why. Thank you, Adrian. You know, I've literally sat and thought about that for countless occasions. And I literally have never come to that realization. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I literally needed that. That was beautiful.
Small lighter, small flame.
Yeah, small lighter, small flame. We love that. But okay, let's get into this flavor. Here we go.
I'm dying.
Here we go. It's actually the left side, but it's my jowl. It's like hitting me on the bottom side. But just great smoke. Just even yayas, just white ashes, 3 little joint afros right there. Burns like a champ. I'm not mad at how potent it is at all. Literally, it's making me cough, but I'm having a good time.
Oh.
I'm more eager to like keep getting into it rather than like, I don't know, like be like, oh my God, like this is too much of a cough. Like it's ruining my experience. I don't feel like my experience is ruined at all. Overall, mood wise, I'm at like a 9.5. I feel great. I feel maybe a little bit, I feel ready to do everything I usually do before bed, but I might be doing those for a while. And that is not necessarily what I need, which is why you almost never see me purchase golden pineapple, Dutch treat. You never see me try those things, period. I don't even try these things for free, period, because it's not my cup of tea, in particular for the times that I will smoke. No, I work 3-4 jobs. There's no way that I could smoke this throughout or at night when I get the opportunity to finally smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't need it because now look, I got to be up at 6:30. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Now I either have to stop smoking this joint, leave it right where it is because it's more than a shortcake, not a roach. It's a shortcake. I'm starting a movement. What we no more roaches. I don't know who came up with that. I was talking to JG about this on the cast the other day. I don't know who came up with this, but it's called a shortcake. Well, I'm changing it. This is not a roach anymore. It's a shortcake. We don't like roaches. I'm not putting it in my mouth. You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind. This is a shortcake. This is a little bit bigger than this. Wow. Okay, Penelope Pumpkin. Big shout out to Penelope Pumpkin just being great. But this is also big shout out to masking tape. This green masking tape. It's not a hole at all. But for some reason, when I was putting this one on the bottom like I usually do, it wasn't staying. So I don't know what type of finish is on the bottom of this, but it doesn't allow it to stay on the tape. All of my other pieces have it on the bottom except for this one. So I was like, I'm gonna just slap it on the side. But this is a very foolish kind of like silly, happy, goofy kind of vibe. But like I said, I am gonna stop right here because this is a shortcake, and I'm gonna have to after this indulge in something else. I'm gonna upload this video. I'm gonna finish the sample form, and then I'm gonna try something else. I'm actually gonna let myself come down a little bit from this. Now, you could say, Malcolm, oh my goodness, you seem so stimulated. You seem so upbeat. I'm so turned up right now, my thing fell off. Shout out to Kashmir. But nevertheless, you could say, Malcolm, you're all of these things. This could be something that might be good for the daytime, like maybe, going for a run. That you seem like, your personality seems like you would be able to do at that same rate physically. This is not the case. Oh, my body feels great, but my legs feel done. Literally done is the best word. Done with the day. Literally done with the day. This is something you smoke before you go to the airport. 100%. Especially if you have to layover or delay or whatever. I would not be disappointed. I am still awake. I'm still engaged. I'm still aware. I feel like I could see times and flights, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could walk through TSA, not give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that kind of experience, but no one is running. No one was late to the airport. That is a sin, literally a sin. It should be such a nice stroll through experience. We're not going to be too early, but we're going to take our time. Because rushing, then there's mistakes. You have property with you. There can be no mistakes. No. Nothing can happen to my suitcase nor my bag. No. Sorry. But nevertheless.
Have you ever been on TS? Have you ever been on TSA's Instagram?
No.
Dude.
I don't have Instagram.
Oh, well, fair. Then you probably wouldn't have seen it. Anyway, they post a bunch of stuff that they find or that people try to sneak through TSA, and it's gold. Like the things people try and sneak past TSA is some funny shit. Like, do yourself a favor, cruise it.
Yes, be safe, everybody traveling out there. Be safe, be smart, be safe. But enough of this rambling. This is what this is. Usually I say, but nevertheless, or I say granted, or I say, well, this one I'm just like, enough of this rambling. It's very animated. It's very like charismatic, but its ability to focus is zero. It's literally zero. Its ability to stay on track is zero. I feel like not the train on the tracks, but somebody from the same era as Forrest Gump running next to the train, waving, saying bye to a girl they're never going to see again. Like, this is what that feels like. I don't know how else to describe that in the weirdest way. I hope I painted a picture like Bob Ross. Well, nevertheless, as far as potency, I have to give this is, like I said, a 9.5 out of 10. As far as smoking experience, I'm going to go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10. This is nice. I wish I didn't cough as much. I wish it was a little smoother in that respect. You know what I'm saying? As far as my type of experience and what I'm looking for, well, this is definitely, like I said, I would give this, I would even give this a 6.5 out of 10. It's giving me too much of things that I don't need, things that I don't necessarily care for in my own personality. You know what I'm saying? So, and also when you look at things like that, when you look at things like your personality, do not be afraid to see both sides of the coin. Look at everything. Like Malcolm, you're all over the place, and people love you for that reason. And people, think this way of that. for that reason. Like, you got to see both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? When you are looking at yourself, you know, I'm talking about looking at yourself. But yeah, oh my God, this is great. I do like this experience, but I don't need this experience. I need something that's going to calm my ass down. We need licorice, sandalwood, nutmeg experiences.
What you need are these.
What is that?
These are the gold leaf diamond tips, dude.
No, I gotta see one.
My cat is like taking down my whole operation right now. Sorry.
What's your cat's name?
Susu.
Yes.
After the soot sprites in the Ghibli films. The Studio Ghibli films.
Yes.
Look at this.
This thing, yummy. Yeah,
this thing is dotted. Like
nice.
And it's hash rosin from Gold Leaf. So Aloha Friday.
Aloha Friday.
Yeah.
How many is it? 1 or 2?
It's 1.75.
Bomb. Love that. Is it like top? Is it closer to top shelf or middle shelf? What do you think?
It's $15 for a 0.75.
Okay, not bad. Okay. Well, great.
Sorry, I know I'm not supposed to drop price.
No, you're great. No, you're great.
Yeah, I have to cut that. Sorry.
Of course,
but
you're amazing. Love that. Oh, what time is it? What time is it? No, I'm good. You're good. Because I know what time it is. Boom. I got you. Bow. But okay, bow. Oh, so that's great. So it is. It's top shelf. It's top shelf. It's top shelf. Okay. Okay, very fair. Okay, but it seems as though I have rambled for a while. Wow. Okay, it's time for the scale of 1 through 10. Would you buy that again? And reminding people what it was. I'm going to start out with you, KBZ. What are we thinking?
All right. After 2 bowls and giving it a lot of thought, no, I would not buy this again.
Okay.
No, I do not feel like that was a satisfied high. I usually come home and turn on my email right as soon as I get home. I got home pretty early. I just turned on my email because I'm not satisfied by this high.
Wow.
I've had this before and it hasn't been as much of a problem as it is now. It still isn't my preference high. It still isn't my preference strain. I would not suggest this as long as it's on the shelf from this batch. Like, it's just not, I don't trust it enough. I don't think it's worth buying. I think if I suggested this to somebody else, they would never take this as my suggestion again. That's how like unhappy I am about this. But saying that, the smoking experience was good. I really enjoyed the flavor. I really enjoyed the smell, all of that. But I'm gonna give this overall a 4 out of 10.
Wow.
The high is like a 2 or 3 out of 10 if I'm being generous.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed, and I love Soulshine CBG, 1000% my go-to. But I'm not satisfied. That's sad.
Wow. Well, okay, very fair. Thank you, KBZ. Big shout out to Soulshine. Wow. And that was the Himalayan Blackberry.
Yep.
Got you. Himalayan Blackberry. Wow, I'm sad. Okay, very fair. And that's okay. JG, what are we thinking? Scale of 1 through 10.
So I had just finished that same thing. I just had an 1/8 of that. We just finished it. And by the end of it, I thought the same kind of thing. Like, very muted high. Kind of a lackluster experience. But anyway, thought that was interesting. So this Kiona, would I personally buy it again? Probably not. Okay. Again, I think that high is very short-lived. I don't know, desired effects. So it gave me the munchies. Like, I am gonna pay for it, but I'm munching on jelly bellies right now.
Jelly belly? Is that that's a jelly bean, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't like jelly beans. I only like the sour green.
Like. The 40, like the flavored ones, all the different flavors. But
I'm very particular. I don't know why. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, I noticed it gave me the munchies. I don't know. What else did I write down? Munchie inducing. So I don't know. It may be desired effect if somebody was looking for something like that. I don't know. I personally wouldn't buy it again and smoke it, but would I recommend to somebody? Yeah, if that's something they were looking for. I don't know.
Have you ever looked up the recipe books for those jelly beans?
No, I probably shouldn't either.
No. They're pretty dope. Like you mix like 2 blue ones with like a yellow and white one, and it tastes like a blueberry muffin or whatever. You know, like
yeah. I have seen that before.
Oh, so it's like a guide. It's like a guide.
It's a combo guide. Yeah. I was expecting like how to make your own jelly bellies.
No.
Sacrifice your soul. Like
that's even cooler though, Adrian. That's even cooler. Yeah, I want to do that now.
Definitely look it up. Like they have them all over the internet, like different combinations of the different jelly beans. It's pretty
Shout out to Jelly Belly. Where do you buy that?
I don't know.
Anywhere. You buy Jelly Bellies at any grocery store. Yeah.
Oh, bomb. Okay.
They're everywhere.
Jelly Bellies. Okay, poppin'. I gotta try that. Okay. Okay. And then JG. But yeah.
So what was that?
No, for the would you buy that again? What do you think?
Yeah. I wouldn't. From them. Is it scale 1 to 10 yet?
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Yes,
that's where we're at. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I probably roll with 4.5 on this.
Wow.
5. Yeah, right there. Nothing amazing.
Okay.
But yeah.
Very fair. Okay, very fair. And that's the Kiona Wonder Bubba. Okay, very fair. And then Adrian, we will get to you in just a moment, so I don't ramble. Because I said, but no, because I'm gonna be so good. Watch this. I'm gonna be so good. Because really, honestly, what just happened before this is I literally just said, well, I'm gonna stop smoking this now so I can smoke something else. I'm Malcolm. Literally 39 seconds later, lit it back up, put it out, lit it back up again, started smoking it because I realized if this was a little bit too much of a stimulating high, we need to overdo it. Because now when we overdo it, my sense of uncomfortability, especially after eating, which is going to level that out, is going to force me to do the most comfortable thing, which is lay down, which is going to cut all of the things that I was going to do before, like upload the video, finish the sample form. The most beautiful thing about these videos and these recordings is the fact that I can end it. It's saved. I literally can watch it back and do a sample form if I have to. Like if I was too high. Like the other day, what did I smoke? Like the hectane from Captain Yeti. And I literally was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, pick up this pen from like, it was so difficult. I had like, anyways, sorry. And look, I said I wasn't gonna. That wasn't that bad of a ramble though. That wasn't that bad. Okay, but nevertheless, this is the Dutch treat from Epic the Sunshine. It has a burn in the back of the throat. That's bothering me a little bit. Scale of 1 through 10, how noticeable is the burn? It's like a 5 out of 10. Is that the end of the world? No. Should it be there? No. So I'm gonna knock it 2 points for that alone. I mean, like I said, I like the high. I like the potency of it. It's definitely potent. I'm gonna go ahead. It's just not my type of experience. And now that I've smoked more of it and finished it, like I said I wasn't going to, the body euphoria is starting to almost like way down heavier than my ambition to speak and be as stimulated. My stimulation is being, you know what I'm saying, kind of blanketed, no pun intended, from the euphoria, which is nice, from smoking the rest of that. I mean, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give this, okay. This is an 8 out of 10, 100%. This is a Dutch treat from Soulshine. Actually, it's a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, the throat notice is just getting, it's like the universe heard me and was like, oh, 8? Here's some throat irritation. It's definitely bringing it down to a 7.5. Actually, speaking is bringing up more of that throat irritation as well. Which in my case is very dangerous. Come on now.
6.5.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, you're right. But well, and there you have it. That was the Dutch treat. And still, would I try this again? Would I recommend this? Honestly, this I'm probably gonna give away. I'm gonna give it to the pizza guy. It's not a bad experience, but it's free weed. Well, you know what I'm saying? They'll love it. And they'll do it, and they'll do it. I was like, that burp came out of nowhere. That burp literally came out of nowhere. And that's making my throat burn even more. Okay, but yeah, 6.5 out of 10. And like I said, I don't know that I might recommend this. You know what I'm saying? There's better sativas. In the middle tier, sometimes the decent sativas are scarce, or maybe there's like 1/4 left. So this I would definitely recommend something else. Anyways, big shout out to Soulshine. Sorry, Adrian. Scale of 1 through 10, would you buy this again? I tried.
Yeah, you did. You definitely did. So from the soil, Rozay. I don't know, man. I'd probably say this is about a 7 for me.
Okay.
I wish there was more excitement to it and more life, as far as flavor and being visually appealing.
Gotcha.
But the effects of it are great. Like, my eyes might as well be closed right now. Like, they they are pretty much non-existent. It's a very relaxing flower, and I would probably get this again, honestly. But like I said, I wouldn't want to keep it in flower form. I would probably transmute it to like a tincture or an oil.
Okay. Hell yeah. And I love that. I love a 7. For some reason, I thought you were gonna say you're like I don't know, man. I was like, what is it gonna be? And then you're like 7. I was like, not bad, because it's from the soil, and we love from the soil and magic time. You know what I'm saying? We really do. A little underrated. You know what I'm saying? Especially some of those strains. That triple OG was like, whoa. I was very happy. It was dry, but still very great. Okay, but sorry.
This was my first time smoking their flower. I have had their joints previously. I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good first experience. Like, not what I would expect from something that says it's uplifting, because it definitely wasn't.
Yeah,
like
the branding and packaging definitely a little misleading.
Yeah. Focused, probably not so much, but definitely relaxed. So you got 1 out of 3 on that, and it is categorized as like a 50-50, which I give it that, because I'm not sleepy, but I am relaxed.
Got you. Okay.
Yes, I would buy it again, and I give it a 7. Good job from the soil.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Good job. Shout out to From the Soil. Rocking and rolling. I'm happy that was your first time with them and it was a decent experience because they do have great strains. Like Pamelina's great. That's one of Doug Brograss's favorite strains. And like I said, the True OG was awesome. Or Triple OG, not True OG, Triple OG. Nevertheless, thank you, Adrian. And big shout out to all the brands and the farms that featured today. It seems as though this has brought us to a close. I want to give a big shout out to all my coworkers and colleagues. I got to everybody, yes. Bomb. Okay, bomb. But yeah, it seems as though it's brought us to a close. This is very stony. Even though it's a sativa, don't let that fool you. Don't let the color fool you. This is still very stony. But yes, everybody out there, remember to stay high and humble. And we will see y'all next time. Peace. Take it easy, y'all. Have a good one. Happy New Year still.